Okay, guys, I may have a bit of a Hot Wheels collection problem. I'm just sitting on like boxes and boxes of this stuff, all right, filled with cars that have accumulated over the last 10 to 15 years or so. And, the things just snowball. I started out maybe with American muscle cars, and then it moved on to European and Japanese import and sports cars. And I've tried to just streamline it now to just only stick to collecting pop culture related vehicles. But I'm telling you guys, this thing is addictive, understandably so, because it's one of the cheapest forms of collecting. And today we're going to look at this Hot Wheels Knight Rider kit concept. Right, it's a concept car. Let's check out what it's all about. Hot Wheels cars tend to come in many different shapes and sizes, but when they're in the classic 1/64 scale and on the traditional basic card, like this one right here, that's when it gets the most exciting for collectors. Knight Rider is a classic 80s property that I really do like. I've never really heard of this particular concept car. I don't know where it came from. There isn't much information here on the back of the card. It's just part of the Hot Wheels Exotic series. However, if you look down here, it is an officially licensed vehicle from Universal, and you see the Knight Rider logo right there. So this thing is probably officially commissioned. I'm not sure whether the people at Universal are planning a new TV show, or it's just something that they gave the license to Hot Wheels to create something unique looking. Now, as with over 80% of the world's international supply of Hot Wheels cars, this one right here is made in Malaysia, and that's something that just fills me with pride. The fact that there's a Knight Rider toy car that's made right here in the country that I'm living in, that's just freaking fantastic. Now, out of the package, this thing is just one sleek looking ride that's about as black as the night itself. Now, one of the things about the classic kit design, I think, is that even though, yeah, it was just like, jet black, but you had those exposed interiors, right? The sections where you could see the interior of the car, and you could see the light brown upholstery within. This one, no, man, it's just covered, right? Top to bottom, the hood covers the entire car. It kind of reminds me of something that Batman would drive around in. It's kind of like a Batmobile, of sorts, right? But yeah, it's very futuristic looking. If you check this thing out from all angles, I wonder actually how does the driver actually get inside? How does the door mechanism work? Actually, speaking about Batmobiles, something about the design reminds me a lot of the old Kenner Dark Knight collection, Bruce Wayne Custom Coupe. I don't know if you remember that one. I've reviewed it previously on the channel some years back. The whole front roof section actually opens up on that one. Maybe it's the same thing here. The roof section just opens up and the driver just sort of just hops in. What do you guys think? But either way, yeah, it's a very sleek and smooth design. The front of the vehicle has the classic K.I.T.T red sensor, right? Like this huge line that's in the front here. It's just redesigned a bit, it's longer this time. And they also included the words K.I.T.T at the side there, all right? I suppose, if you didn't know what this vehicle was, you just thought it was just a large, terrifying looking black beast of a car. But then you saw the words K.I.T.T there, and then you'd know it's Knight Rider. On the back of the car, you get these sleek aerodynamic lines that are worked into the sculpt. These look very nice, and they do add to the futuristic sci-fi look of the vehicle. Right on the back at the bottom here, you get another red line. I suppose that these are supposed to be the lights. Yeah, this is supposed to be flashing red when the car is moving. And there's also another red strip at the bottom here as well. All right, so there's a fair and tasteful amount of red highlights added to the vehicle just to balance out all the dark black colors. Now, when it comes to the rims, these are pretty much identical to the rims that K.I.T.T had on his car in the TV show. I would say that it would have been nice if they had added a little bit of white to the circles here, all right? The circular edges are normally white in color on the TV show. Here's a view of the undercarriage. Now, it's good to know that you do get some vehicular detailing. It's not just a flat piece. And you also see the manufacturer's stamp, 2021 Mattel, made in Malaysia. Come to think of it, this K.I.T.T concept version is practically road-hugging. It's super lowered. And in fact, it's almost as though it's lying on some kind of a display base, if you look at it. Cruising over speed bumps must be a nightmare. Now, the car does roll smoothly, but what they sometimes do with Hot Wheels, in fact, a lot of times, is that they re-release the molds in a premium format later with rubber tires. Rubber tires are of course the best. You don't get the loud sound of rolling plastic wheels, although there are some who would prefer that as well. a fast car that makes a lot of noise. Now, this K.I.T.T concept car version is a pretty interesting variation. If you're a Knight Rider completist, you probably would want to have this car in your collection. Myself, personally, I can't really say I'm a huge fan of the design. It kind of feels to me more like something that belongs in the Fast and Furious, okay? Like it's supposed to be like, you know what, the Fast and Furious Spy Racers cartoon, like it belongs more on that. But I'm more interested in finding out if they're planning to actually bring back the Knight Rider franchise, if they're gonna reintroduce Knight Rider for a new generation. If we see something like this in a live action format, probably it end up being a little bit more interesting. All right, I'll probably be more invested in this whole concept car if it was something that's coming back as a live action version on a TV show or something like that. So while we wait for news of the possibility of something like that happening, check out the video. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys again real soon with more content. Take care out there.